The Morrigan is one of the most powerful and enigmatic deities in Irish mythology. Revered as a goddess of war, fate, and sovereignty, she embodies the ferocity of battle, the inevitability of death, and the supernatural forces that shape the destiny of warriors and nations. Her name, often translated as Phantom Queen or Great Queen, reflects her dual nature, both a fearsome harbinger of doom and a protector of the land. As a complex and multifaceted figure, the Morrigan is associated with prophecy, shape-shifting, and the spirit of battle. She is sometimes depicted as a single goddess and, at other times, as a tripartite entity representing different aspects of war and fate. Her role in Irish mythology extends beyond mere destruction. She is also a goddess of renewal and transformation, symbolizing the endless cycle of life, death, and rebirth. In this video, we will explore the origins of the Morrigan, her various manifestations, her connection to Irish warriors and sovereignty, and her lasting influence on Celtic culture. Through mythology and legend, we will unravel the mystery of one of the most formidable deities in Irish lore. The origins and meaning of the Morrigan's name. The name Morrigan has been the subject of much scholarly debate, with interpretations ranging from Phantom Queen, from the Old Irish Mor meaning great and Regan meaning queen, to Terror Queen or Battle Queen. Some theories suggest that her name also connects to the Old Irish Mara or mare, linking her to other supernatural beings associated with nightmares and death. Linguistic variations in different medieval Irish texts sometimes spell her name as Morrigan, or Morrigan, further emphasizing her complex nature. Regardless of the exact meaning, her name conveys immense power, often associated with sovereignty, warfare, and the supernatural. As an ancient Celtic deity, the Morrigan predates Christianity and was deeply embedded in pre-Christian Irish culture. Her presence in early Irish literature, especially in epic tales such as the Tin Bo Cuailnge, the Cattle Raid of Cooley, attests to her long-standing significance in Irish mythology. The triple aspect of the Morrigan. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Morrigan is her tripartite nature. She is often portrayed as a singular deity, but in many myths, she appears as part of a trio of war goddesses. These three aspects are generally identified as Badb, Macha, and Nemain, each representing different elements of war and fate. Badb, crow or stalled crow, is the aspect most closely associated with battle frenzy and destruction. She is said to fly over battlefields in the form of a crow, shrieking to strike fear into the hearts of warriors. She also prophesies death, warning of impending doom. Macha is linked to kingship and sovereignty, as well as physical strength. She is often associated with horses, fertility, and the land itself. Some versions of her myth connect her to the suffering of women, particularly in childbirth. Nemain, panic or frenzy, embodies the chaos and terror of war. She is said to drive warriors into fits of madness, causing them to turn on one another in a blind rage. In some interpretations, these three goddesses are separate entities who work together in battle, while in others, they are aspects of a single, shape-shifting goddess. This triplicity reinforces the Morrigan's vast influence over warfare, destiny, and destruction. The Morrigan and the hero Cú Chulainn. One of the most well-known interactions between the Morrigan and Immortal occurs in the Tin Bo Cuailnge, where she plays a crucial role in the life of the legendary Irish hero Cú Chulainn. Their relationship is one of both conflict and prophecy, as the goddess tests and ultimately foretells his fate. The Morrigan first appears to Cú Chulainn in disguise, offering him love and protection. When he rejects her, unaware of her true identity, she retaliates by attacking him in various animal forms: a heifer, an eel, and a wolf. Each time, Cú Chulainn wounds her but remains unaware of her significance. Later, when Cú Chulainn is fatally wounded in battle, the Morrigan appears once more, this time in the form of a crow, perching on his shoulder as he dies. This final moment cements her role as both a harbinger of death and a witness to the destiny she had foretold. This story highlights the Morrigan's role as a figure who tests warriors, revealing their strengths and weaknesses, while also reinforcing the inevitability of fate. The Morrigan as a goddess of prophecy and fate. One of the Morrigan's most striking abilities is her gift of prophecy. She frequently appears in Irish messages about the outcomes of battles and the deaths of great warriors. She does not merely foretell death, she actively shapes it, guiding the forces of fate through her supernatural influence. Her prophecies are often cryptic, delivered in poetic riddles or terrifying visions. In some stories, she washes the blood-stained armor of those doomed to die in battle, a grim reminder that fate is inescapable. This act closely resembles the banshee being Sai, a later figure in Irish folklore who wails for the dead. The Morrigan's connection to fate makes her both revered and feared. She is not a goddess who can be bargained with or placated. She represents the harsh realities of life, death, and war. The shape-shifting goddess, the Morrigan's many forms. The Morrigan is one of the most famous shapeshifters in mythology, taking on a variety of forms to manipulate and observe the world. Her most common transformation is that of a crow, a creature closely associated with death and battle. Crows were often seen circling battlefields, feeding on the fallen, reinforcing her link to death and destruction. In addition to crows, she has been known to take the form of a wolf, an eel, and even a beautiful woman. Each transformation serves a purpose, whether it be to deceive, attack, or forewarn. Her ability to shapeshift ties into her role as a liminal figure who moves between the physical and spiritual worlds, influencing the course of human history from the shadows. The Morrigan's connection to kingship and sovereignty. Beyond war, the Morrigan also has strong ties to sovereignty and the protection of the land. In many Celtic traditions, a king's right to rule was granted by the favor of a goddess, and the Morrigan was often depicted as one of these divine figures. She tests rulers, ensuring that only the worthy hold power. If a king fails in his duties or disrespects the land, she can strip him of his sovereignty, plunging the realm into chaos. This aspect of the Morrigan reflects the ancient belief that rulers must uphold justice, wisdom, and respect for the divine order. Some myths suggest that she even mates with kings as a symbolic act of bestowing legitimacy to their rule. This reinforces the idea that the Morrigan is not just a goddess of war, but also a guardian of balance and rightful authority. The Morrigan in modern culture. Though she is an ancient deity, the Morrigan remains a compelling figure in modern times. She appears in literature, fantasy novels, video games, and television shows, often portrayed as a mysterious and powerful figure of destiny. Her influence can be seen in works such as Marion Zimmer Bradley's The Mists of Avalon, where she is reimagined as a powerful priestess, and in video games like the Witcher series, where similar war goddesses embody her traits. In Neopagan and Wiccan traditions, she is often honored as a deity of transformation, strength, and female empowerment. Her association with war and prophecy makes her a popular figure for those seeking guidance in overcoming obstacles or embracing change. The legacy of the Morrigan. The Morrigan stands as one of the most formidable figures in Irish mythology, embodying the forces of war, fate, and sovereignty. She is both a protector and a destroyer, a harbinger of death and a guide to renewal. Her stories, rich with symbolism and power, remind us of the ever-present cycle of life and death, victory and loss. Whether viewed as a fearsome war goddess or a mysterious guardian of fate, the Morrigan's presence continues to loom large in both ancient legends and modern imaginations. Her legacy endures as a testament to the strength, wisdom, and untamed power of the divine feminine, a force that cannot be controlled, only respected.